How many leads do I have? What happened to this customer? What happened to that customer? Why am I not getting sales? Where are my collections? ERPNext is the solution for you. From the time you manage your leads, you onboard your customers, follow up of a proper sales pipeline, up to the closure of the deal, it gives you a full transparency in ERPNext. So using ERPNext will help you to streamline all your sales activities, control on pricing, control on discounts, and control on your collections, and finally control on the delivery of the goods to your customers. At Aqiq Solutions, with our experts, we help you to transform the sales activities seamlessly into the system. We request you to follow this video and see how the sales module works in ERPNext. Hi everyone, and this is Quresh with you from Aqiq Solutions, and this is our video on ERPNext, and mainly focusing on the sales module. Okay, so this actually, it's not a training video. We are not training on ERPNext, but we are showing how ERPNext works and how it can be beneficial for any organization, how it is scalable, how is it flexible. Okay, so today we are going to cover the sales module, and for the other modules we have the videos already. You can go and explore them. It shows in details each module. Module by module we have the recording. So let me log in. I'm logging in as administrator, so I have full rights, and let's go into the selling module. Over here you see we have the selling module. Now as we go into the selling module, here you will find that the selling module basically deals with all the aspects of sales. Now when we come to sale, actually sale has we can break it down into two. We have something that's called pre-sale, and we have the sales. Okay, and then we have post-sales as well. So three areas we are breaking it down. Now when we come to ERPNext, how those three areas can be implemented inside the system. So when we talk about the post or the pre-sale, so the pre-sale basically comes under the CRM, customer relationship management, whereby we are identifying leads, we are prospecting, getting leads. Okay, and for that we'll have another session. This is sales, so this is the actual sale that is happening when we onboard the customers. Sorry, when we onboard the customers and then we do our sales process. Okay, so this is the sales module. Let's first go into the customer, and this is the customer master, where we are actually going to define the customer. So let's say this is a mini mart, it's a customer, or Nairobi Hospital is a customer. Okay, KF coffee shop is a customer. So I define my customer by putting a customer code, customer name. I categorize my customers. Okay, we have also covered this all the masters in one of the videos. Okay, so this is where I'm defining the customer. I'm tagging this customer with a category, whether this customer is a local customer or it's an export customer, because this will help me now to also calculate the tax. And then here also I can tag and associate a salesman with a customer. So if I have salespeople and one or two salespeople are onboarding a customer, then I can tag a salesperson over here directly. Okay, let's say Elvis. What is the contribution? I say 100%. Now what's a contribution here? Contribution means that this customer is owned by Elvis 100%. Okay, but in some organizations there is a very big client I want to onboard. So to onboard the client, there are two salesmen actually who are following up with this customer. So I can have Elvis, I can have Linda, and say Elvis have given more time, so 70% contribution is for Elvis and 30% is for Linda. Now when the commission will be calculated based on the sales invoices done, it will be actually distributed 70:30 in this ratio. Okay, so it helps here in actually distributing the commissions accordingly. So this is where now we have the customer. Okay, we define the customers. Now this is the cycle, or the flow of the sales operations, okay, inside the system. So I'm giving a quotation to my customers. Okay, I'm sending the quotation, so I'll make a quotation. The customer will negotiate and everything, and then give me a sales order, okay, or a purchase order, which becomes a sales order for me. So I'm going to input that sales order inside the system, and then from the sales order I have two paths. One path is, if I'm a trader, I will directly make a delivery note and an invoice. And if I'm a manufacturer, and so my sales order can become a work order, okay, or it can go to a production plan, and then it can go and follow the route of the manufacturing, and the manufacturing is explained in the manufacturing module, okay, in a separate video. So here we are actually dealing with normal trading, either imports or and then either sales we are exporting or selling locally. Okay, so let me do a quotation. Now when we come here and we do a quotation, I'm starting from the beginning, from the quotation, but it is not necessary I have to make a quotation. Okay, I can directly even do a delivery note and a sales invoice, or a sales invoice and then a delivery note. Okay, so it is optional. It's how an organization works, and we have to set up the workflow for them. So come here, you make a quotation. Okay, so here is the quotation. You will find that different quotations already have been done. This is open. Open means when you make a quotation, it shows you an open. Open means this quotation has not been lost. At the same time, it has not been converted into an order. So it brings it as open over here. Okay, so this quotation was made for Collins, and these are the 3 items, okay, for the quotation. We can actually make a quotation here. Let me make a quotation here. So, and then we work on this quotation till the end. So let's say I'm making a quotation for Collins, and now why Collins? I don't know, it just came as a first name, so I selected Collins. Okay, so let's say I want to sell him an equipment, get 50,000. Okay, I save and I submit. Now you see, when I made this quotation, it says add components. Okay, now this add components is again a development that we have done, and this development is done because of some our customers who are into manufacturing. Okay, so if there is a sales or quotation for bedside mirror, and if I'm a monitor, sorry, and if I'm manufacturing this bedside monitor, then I can add the components required to make this bedside mirror, and all those components will build up and give me a proper costing of that item, so I can put my selling price. It's again a bit complex, okay, but it's really a good thing that we have done for manufacturers. Okay, it's a custom development. So here we are going the normal way of making the quotation. So I made a quotation. You can also print or send it by email. So here we have a print layout, a default print layout. Okay, and so there's a print layout with the photograph. Okay, if I want to add a photograph, so I can also add it over here. Okay, so a quotation will be very good presentable if I'm adding also pictures. It depends from company to company. Now once I make this quotation, it comes, the status is open. So still I'm calling the customer, following up with the customer comes, maybe negotiates, will change the price, whatever, and finally he decides either to buy or not to buy. So if the customer decides not to buy, it's good that I come here and set this as lost, and I give a reason. So again, these reasons, I can create more reasons. Okay, and also I can create my competitors. Okay, so if I've lost this against a competitor, I can select my competitor here, and also I have a detailed reason mentioned over here and I declare it as lost, this will really give me and the management proper insights on what is happening, why such quotations I'm giving and I'm losing them. So corrective measures can be taken. Now let's say the customer decides to buy, so he gives an LPO, that LPO becomes a sales order. So from the quotation itself, I can come here and say create sales order. Okay, so this becomes my sales order. Because this project is mandatory, I'll just select none. Okay, not necessary this will be mandatory when we set up any company, but for me, for this demo company, it's mandatory. And let's say the delivery date is today. Okay, and I'm selling it for 50,000, and I'll save here and submit this. So once I submit, let's go back. You see now this is the sales order. So now we created the sales order and the status is to deliver it. Okay, now if I come here, it shows me nothing has been delivered and I have not raised an invoice yet. Okay, because still I have to make the delivery. Now if I go to the to the quotation, okay, you will find it was open and now it changed the status to order, so I know that these are all my order. So even here you see I can actually filter. I want to know all which are open, so I click on open, it will filter. I remove the filter. If I want to know the lost, I click, show me two have been lost, and so on. If I want to see all those which have been ordered, I just click on ordered and it will filter and give me all those which have been ordered. Okay, I can remove the filter from here. So back to my sales order. So now from the sales order, basically I have to now make a delivery note. Okay, over here this item, if you see, it shows you in red. Okay, that means I don't have in stock. Okay, and that might be because even I have not selected the warehouse over here. Okay, now you see even available quantity shows me 0. Okay, I can still check. I come here, if I click on the item also, okay, here it will take me to the item directly. You see how I'm navigating from one screen to the other screen, very easy. Okay, very easy. If I come to the inventory here, or I come to the dashboard, okay, again from the dashboard I can go to the sales order. So it shows me there are 3 sales orders already for this item, and this is the one which we made. So I'm navigating from one screen to the other screen very easily, and it's just about this item. Okay, so now let's create a delivery note. Okay, so from the sales in order, I can either make a sales invoice directly or a delivery note directly. What is the difference? The difference is, in some companies they say no, first I make an order and then I deliver and then I make an invoice. Some will say fine, I make an invoice and a delivery at the same time, so I don't need to use this step. So my sales invoice will create for me the invoice as well as a delivery note that will reduce the stock. Okay, some companies will say no, if I have a sales order, I directly make an invoice, full amount will be received, and then I deliver. So I can deliver also partially. Okay, but sales invoice has to be done at the beginning. So all the scenarios can work with ERPNext. It depends on how you need and how we are going to agree and set up for you the system. I'm going to take a normal way of, or a path of making a delivery note first. So I'll make a delivery note here. I'll select the warehouse. Okay, so I'll select the warehouse. Let's say I'm selecting stores. So I don't have anything in stores. Let me select finished goods. And I don't have anything even in finished goods, it's showing me 0. But let me just proceed, and I don't have stock. So I save. Now when I save, it's in draft mode. Draft mode means it doesn't affect any stock balances or any finances. Still in draft, I can still edit and make changes. I'll submit now. Now as I submitted, you see I cannot sell negative. So the system already tells me this is an insufficient stock. That means I have to procure this stock. Okay, I have to procure this stock. So this is how the system really helps you to control your stocks as well. Okay, so from the sales order, if I go back to the sales order and I know I don't have stock, okay, from here, okay, from here only I can create a material request. You see now how the system connects you even with the procurement cycle directly. Okay, so I can go and make a material request, and then from the material, or even I can do a purchase order directly. You see, it will raise a purchase order. I can select the supplier, and then it will go and create a purchase order for me. So I'm just letting you know how things work and how things are very easy to follow in ERPNext. Okay, so once my delivery note is done, okay, delivery notes also we have actually mentioned, we have covered it in the module of stocks, but I'm going to show you here. Okay, so here we have the delivery notes. So once I raise the delivery note, this is the delivery note, and delivery note basically reduces my stock. Okay, and if I come here to view my stock ledger of any delivery note, it will show me that it reduces for me the the stock. Okay, so here now if I go back to my sales order, for which I did not have any stock, okay, let me make an LPO for it so we can complete the cycle. Okay, so we created a purchase order here, and I'll select the supplier now, from which supplier I'm going to select I'm going to buy this. Okay, so let's say I'm buying from Hardware World, and here I'll say I need it by today or tomorrow, whatever. This is just a required date to help me to manage. Okay, so save and submit. Okay, it's asking me for a department, it's mandatory, so I'll select the department here, save and submit. So here I'm done with the LPO. I'll approve it. Okay, now once I approved it, and we assume that the supplier have supplied me, so once they supply me, I'll make a purchase receipt here. Okay, you can also visit our video of purchases to see how the whole cycle works. Okay, from the time of requesting the material, and here I'm going to, let's say I'm going to receive it in my finished goods warehouse. I save and submit. So once this is done, this will definitely increase my stock. Okay, if I come here and view my ledger, my stock ledger, you will find that the stock ledger has been showing that I have one quantity here. Okay, so I'll go back to my delivery note, which is still in draft mode. I was not able to submit it because I had no stock. Okay, over here, so I'll submit now here. And here it goes. Okay, it has been submitted. So if I come here and view my stock ledger for this delivery note, it will show you that this particular item has gone out now, and the balance is 0 because I bought one and I'm selling one. Okay, and here if I come back to my delivery note, okay, now here when I come to the delivery note, there is one thing I want to explain here, how the accounting effect works. Okay, it's very important to know. So we made a sales order and then we made a delivery note. So basically delivery note reduces the stock. So as quantity it will get reduced. Also there is a financial impact here. So what's the financial impact? Financial impact is, first, it will reduce for me the stock in hand. So now we come back now to the delivery note, which was on draft mode because we had no stock, and now we have bought stock. So here if you find now, it's already showing me that there is one, okay, which we bought. We submit this delivery note. Now as we submit this delivery note, now this will actually increase my stock. how do I know? We come here, sorry, it will decrease my stock. So I come here and I go to the stock ledger and I see now one quantity has gone out and currently it is 0 in my stocks. Now if I come to the accounting ledger here to check the accounting ledger, so because we have done a delivery note, stock has gone out, so my stock value also decreases. So my stock value have decreased by the cost 3000, and my cost of sales or my cost of goods sold has been debited by 3000. Okay, now comes the part of invoicing the customer. Okay, so we come here and we make a sales invoice, and when we make a sales invoice, I can come here and add the sales invoice. This is how I do by creating a new sales invoice, selecting the customer, and then I say get items from delivery note, so it links it directly with the delivery note. Or from the delivery note itself, I can go and on the top here I can say create sales invoice. Okay, both methods can be done. So I come here and say from delivery note, it will give me delivery note for Collins only because I've selected the customer as Collins. Get items, it will get me the items with the correct rates. It's asking me department here, so I'll just select the department, and here we have integration with the teams. So if it's integrated, then definitely it will send and get me the barcode of teams as per the Kenyan KRA directives. Okay, so I'll submit and we submit here. Okay, so as I submit also here, you see this gets enabled fiscal device where I can send to KRA. So once I click on send to KRA, what it does, it sends and brings the barcode on the invoice directly. Okay, and if it fails, it still remains as it has not sent to KRA. I have to send it again. Once I send, this gets disabled. Okay, so we have done that control. Now if I print this is the sales invoice, and if I've done send to KRA, then that KRA QR code will appear over here in this area. Okay, and it also shows you that this is unpaid, and then we will make a payment entry once it is paid, and the payments have been already explained in the financial module. You can check there how to make a payment entry. Okay, so by this now we have completed actually the cycle, the selling, starting from quotation, sales order, delivery note, and an invoice. Okay, and every customer also we have explained how to tag a salesperson. We have here few of the good features. Example in the sales order. Okay, now when I create a customer at the level of sales order, I can also actually control my credit limits. So if I have a credit limit here for a customer, credit limit in terms of amounts and days. Okay, so let's say there is 100,000 of credit limit and 30 days. So on the sales order, we can have a check that if the credit limit exceeds, then it will give a warning and it will go for approval. Then if the director or the manager of the department approves, then only it can proceed. So you cannot sell to a customer or you cannot invoice because there is no sales order. So at the sales order level only, we give you a way of monitoring the credit of the customer. Okay, so instead of remembering, the system will make those controls for you. So that's also a good option to have it, and to have it implemented when you are implementing ERPNext, and we can set it up for you that way. Okay, now coming on the sales partner. See, salesperson is known as a company. I have salespeople, and those salespeople are associated or linked with a customer. Again, we have something called sales partner. So if I come here in my sales partner is basically, you can call him like an agent who brings you this customer. Okay, or a middleman who brings you this customer, and he says, he's my customer, I'm bringing you this, and I want this much rate of commission from this customer. So I can give a rate here, I can tag it with my sales partner. So I can have then later on the report showing the commissions that are due for this sales partner. So sales partner basically is not necessary he is to be a part of the organization. He's a middleman or an agent who brings you the business. Okay. So here now we have this area. So here now this is where we were explaining about the selling, and then also in the selling we can set up the terms and conditions, the payments. Okay, terms and conditions, again they are templates, so I can have terms and conditions here. Okay, sales terms and conditions for local sales, and I can put my notes here. So when I'm doing a sales order, if it's a local sale, it will directly pull the terms and conditions from the master, and then it will bring it on the print layout. Okay, so you know those are masters that we can also maintain. It's optional. If I want to maintain, I can maintain them. Then part of the sales also we have POS. Okay, POS is also good. We have the POS here for basically POS is used for direct selling. A person comes, you scan a barcode, and directly you are selling the item. And when I do a POS directly, it deducts from my inventory and makes a receipt also for receiving the amounts as well, and makes the sales. So three things it does together. It creates for me, it reduces my stock, it creates an invoice, and also a receipt at the same time. POS, you know, like you go to supermarkets and do the POS. So ERPNext has a good POS POS system over here. Okay, so so first in the POS we have to create profiles. I can have different profiles for different POS. Let's say I have a shop here, I have 3-4 shops somewhere else, so I can have different POS profiles. Why we create profile? Because every POS will be tagged by the mode of payment and by the bank or cash account with that particular POS, and also a POS can have a different pricing as well. So every POS price can be tagged with that POS. Okay, so if I want to do POS sale, I come here, I say open POS sale. Now the user doesn't have to come here and say open POS sale. It's just now because I'm administrator. As the user logs in, immediately this screen will be shown on the user. Okay, and if you have a touch screen, then you can also sell using this touch screen like a normal POS. Okay, so let's say I want to sell these surgical gloves, I can sell. Okay, we can change also the way this views by picture. We can have a list view also, and if you just scan the item, it will bring it here. Okay, let's say I want to sell these surgical gloves. So, and here we can tag it with a customer called walk-in customer. Okay, you see it brings you 350. So I do a checkout. So as I check out, it asks you the mode of payment. If I want to also capture the tax ID or the PIN number. Okay, and how much cash am I going to receive here? Okay, so if I'm receiving the same, it's fine, or let's say 500. Okay, so it shows me now 350, paid amount is 500, and change I have to give him 150. Okay, and then I complete my order by submit. Okay, so as I submit, basically I can also email the receipt. If we want to go green, then it's always good to just email the receipt, and when we email the receipt, it will come with the QR code of the KRA. So the tax and everything has been captured. And if I want to print, then I can print from here directly. Okay, and we can have a print layout. Actually, I don't have a POS printer, otherwise this will scale down to the POS printer. Okay, or I email it. And now this one, it reduces stock again. It generates a receipt and also an invoice. So I go to the new order, back to my POS screen. Okay, so this is how simple we manage our POS. And in the POS also you will find we can also have a loyalty program and loyalty points and all the reports. Here also what we have in ERPNext, we can set promotion schemes. I'll walk you through the promotion schemes. It's really good. Okay, so here example, I want to have a promotion scheme here, okay, for this item. So I say fine, I want to apply my promotion scheme on item code. I can also apply promotion scheme on my whole item group or based on brand. So I can select here, and then I select the validity from when up to when. So let's say I have Christmas coming, or I have Easter coming, so I can only provide that duration. So after which that duration there will be no promotions. And then here I am saying that minimum amount is 20,000. Okay, so if it is 20,000, then apply for me a discount percentage, so 2% discount. So if I reach 20,000 and above, then it applies to 2% as discount. Now there are many combinations over here. This is if I want to apply price discount slabs, and here if I want to apply promotion on products. On products means I can come here and say fine, if minimum quantity is 1, okay, maximum is 1, and so on which item code, okay, then what it should do. Like, you know, we can also set up like buy one. You see, buy one get one. If you buy one, you get the free item. Now free item again, is it the same item, or no, I'm going to mention another item? Okay, so all those combinations of promotions can be achieved using ERPNext. And we at Aqiq Solutions, we have seen lots of combinations. Sometimes it cannot be achieved directly, so we can custom make the promotion modules and promotion schemes for any organization. That's not an issue. Back to our selling. Okay, now in the selling also we can set up pricing. Okay, price list, we can have different price lists. Okay, example, you see now I've set up price list for retail customers, maybe a price list for coffee shops, for supermarkets. I can have a price list for VIP customers, for VVIP customers, retail customers, distribution customers. I can have different price list. Okay, and for every price list, then I have the items defined. Okay, so if I come to the item price list here, I can have, you see, like example, if I open this surgical gloves here, example, I can tie it up now with the price list. Okay, so you can, if I'm selling surgical items to, let's say, supermarkets, this surgical gloves, so my price, I can say okay fine, I can sell it as 245, and I save. So if my customer is of type supermarket, okay, I have to identify the supermarket, it will pick this price directly. So on the sales invoice, I don't have to remember the pricing, I don't have to edit the pricing anymore, and that will reduce human error a lot. Okay, so this is basically what sales is covering. There is again a lot of things in the sales module. Okay, a lot of when we meet different clients have different way of their sales cycle to be implemented. So we sit, we bridge the gap, and then we map things with the system. We can customize, and also some areas we can develop and plug it into the system, so it can it can accommodate what a client needs. Okay. Then here we have different reports. Again, we have the sales analytics. Like every module has an analytics, also sales analysis. Okay, let me take it from 2024 so we can populate some data here. Okay, and this is again customer wise, so it will show you sales customer wise. Okay, so here in 2024 you will find from September to December we have some sales, so it's showing you the sales. So I'm saying I want customer wise based on sales invoices and based on the value, so it displays for me accordingly. Okay, now if I want data from sales order or delivery notes, also it will display. If I don't want customer, I want by item, it will display for me by item. Okay, so I can make my analysis per item. We go back to the reports. There are many other reports over here. Okay, sales order trends, quotation trends. Here we have something really good. called inactive customers, and I want to show you these inactive customers. Every system, during our experience in dealing with other systems, we saw all the system concentrate on the customers who buy from a company, but the good thing is that who is not buying from me, okay? Because who's not buying from me is a potential customer where I have to approach them and get business. There might be many reasons, okay? Maybe my quality of goods are no more good, or maybe my service is not good, or my prices are high. There are many things, okay? So here you see now, if I say I want to check sales order for the past 60 days since the last order, so it's telling me that 60 days since the last order, these 4 customers haven't bought from you, okay? And the number of orders were this much the past 60 days, only this much, okay? And this since last order, you see this one, it's really good. 64 days, 92 days, 84 days, and 90 days. So I can immediately take this report and ask my salespeople, guys, go and get me those customers. Why they are not buying from me? Okay, such a good report that really helps you to boost your sales and reach out to your customers. Okay, so, and like this now, also what we did in Aqiq Solutions, we have developed one report for sales. It's a slice and dice multi-dimensional reports. We call it report sales analysis multi-level. This is a report that was developed by Aqiq Solutions. Okay, if I take the report from 2024, first of all, this report, if we just run the report as it is, it shows you all the information here. Okay, starting from the voucher number, the posting date, the items, the item names, the quantity, rate per item we have sold. Okay, it will also show you here the amount, the item cost, at what cost have we bought it, the item inclusive. It shows you even the GP, gross profit means the margin, and what's the margin. Okay, who have sold, who's the customer, okay, the division, the department who sold it, and the status. Now this is a simple report, one report covering all the information. But now let's go into the slice and dice of this report. So we have 3 levels. We can group this report for 3 levels, up to 3 levels. Let's say I want to group it per customer, my first level. So the system will directly go and group my report per customer. So it will show me the customer and all the invoices here and what are the amounts. Now let's say I want a summary of the customers only without going into the details. So here we have a checkbox called summary. I can say summary and directly it's going to summarize. See, I remove summary, it won't summarize. Okay, I want a second level. I want to see customer and item wise. So it will give me the customer and it will group for me item wise. You see, again, if I want summary, I'll just say summary. So what will happen? It will go and only show me the summary of the customer and the items they have bought. Okay, over here. You see, so really we have, and this is really something good that every director, every manager is looking at, every salesperson is looking at, to know and analyze their data. We can do it other way around. Example, I want it item and the second level is customer. You see, so I'm changing, it shows me the items and which customers have bought these items. Okay, and then again still I have the third level also. I can use the third level if I want, so it gives me 3 levels of grouping. Okay, so this is how we custom made things based on the requirements of the industry, and not this much also we have also integrated the system with a BI. Okay, and that BI also shows you how to to get reports in a very graphical interface in charts, okay, in terms of charts, and also it gives you insights. Moreover, even here on the selling module, okay, every module actually, but as we are explaining selling module, you have a dashboard here as well. If you go to the dashboard, it shows you a dashboard of what has been sold, a summary. And this dashboard again can be customized based on the requirements. Okay, so like annual sales is 50K, 19 sales order to be delivered yet, sales order to bill, active customers are 15 so far. Okay, so it gives you all those analysis over here. So back to the selling now. Okay, so this is basically a whole of selling. Again, as I said, for every industry, then we custom make things as we had explained earlier. In the sales order, we had that button of components because in some manufacturing industries they need it in the terms of giving a quotation, especially when it is when they are not manufacturing something that is standard. Okay, it's always custom made. Or fabrication, you know, they need to give a quotation. So this quotation, when they make, they want to know what components and raw material they are going to use for that particular product. Okay, and that is applicable for glass industry, for steel industry, for plastic industry, for many other industries. Okay, so I'm done with the sales module over here. We have given an overview how it works in ERPNext. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any queries, just reach us out. You have our contacts. It's mentioned in the video and in the comment. And reach us out, and definitely Aqiq Solution will be a good implementation partner for you. You will never regret, and will ensure a success story. Thank you, and requesting you to see our other videos as well.